What is happening, guys? Welcome back to
Unlike Moses one.
Right. Today we're going to be reviewing Taxi Driver, the film. As you know, this channel partly covers film, either reactions or reviews or analysis. And I watched Taxi Driver yesterday, one of my all-time favorites actually. And I thought, you know what? Let me do a little breakdown and review of my all-time favorite film and share with you lots my thoughts and opinion. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share below, and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss any new content. Let's jump in. Taxi Driver, released in August 1976, directed by Martin Scorsese, stars Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, Harvey Keitel, Sybil Shepherd. Starting with the cinematography. Right from the beginning, the cinematography is immaculate. There's this first full introductory shot of Travis Bickles being probed by an employer at a taxi hiring office as he tries to apply for a cab job. The tracking eye level shot itself is self-explanatory, as if introducing and presenting the main protagonist, Travis Bickles, to the audience, played of course by Robert De Niro. The cinematographer, Michael Chapman, does an incredible job of depicting Travis Bickles' loneliness and withdrawal from society. We see several shots of Travis Bickles in his room, alone and writing into his journal because he has no one to share his memories and life experiences with. So, in the absence of a close friend or family, he writes everything down that happens in his day-to-day life in his journal, as if therapeutic. As the film progresses, we slowly begin to experience 1970s New York City and its degeneracy during the night from every corner that one looks, thanks to the close-ups on the taxi Travis Bickle drives, his mirrors, and different shots of 1970s New Yorkers. This is demonstrated as we drive through New York City with Travis, almost as if we, the audience, are his passengers, or we are a part of the car. From my observations, Travis Bickles is a very lonely individual. He's an ex-Marine who served in the Vietnam War, released from duty by honorable discharge. Travis has trouble sleeping. I suspect he has some unattended psychological damage from his Marine days. Travis attempts to get a night job to aid his lack of sleep and regain purpose in life, hence becoming a nocturnal taxi driver. He's a very cynical individual, understandably, from his first-hand experience of being a taxi driver and dealing with all sorts of degenerative customers, shown in some scenes. Travis's romantic life isn't the best either. He tries to court a woman that works at an adult movie theater, serving popcorn, drinks, and snacks. He shoots his shot, as any man would, but gets shot down instantly. Now, Travis eventually meets a young, attractive lady called Betsy. Betsy works at the Palatine presidential campaign headquarters in New York. I suspect her role involves some sort of marketing for Palatine's presidential campaign. Travis does ask Betsy out, and after one date, things unfortunately don't work out between Travis and Betsy, which leaves Travis in a temporarily unstable and bitter state. But through that bad experience, Travis finds strength that fuels him to want to get rid of the degenerate and heinous individuals that plague New York City. The film Taxi Driver definitely speaks on the social political issues that faced New York City during the 1970s. For example, the high crime rates, the economy, social disorder, homelessness, corruption, and horrible living standards. Travis does touch on some of these issues during his encounter with presidential candidate Charles Palatine. Travis mentions that the city needs cleaning up and it's full of filth and scum. Of course, alluding to not only his observations and experience with his customers, but the real life social, political, economic issues that plagued New York City during the 70s. Now, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he picks up a passenger played by the esteemed Martin Scorsese. Scorsese's character requests that Travis pulls up to the curb and that the two of them examine his cheating wife through a window. The customer tells Travis that he's going to kill his wife with a 44 Magnum pistol. Scorsese's cameoed character asks for Travis's input on what he thinks, perhaps hoping Travis would agree with the unthinkable thing he's about to do, perhaps wanting some sort of reassuring justification through Travis's response that what he's about to do is good, when in truth, he knows that his inevitable actions are heinous. The silence plays a huge part of this scene, how it creates unease and unpredictability from Scorsese's deranged character. The scene is beautifully executed. The audience would even fear for Travis's safety, even though he's not the main target. This is made effective through rear view mirror shots of Martin Scorsese's character. Now, we haven't talked about one important character. Of course, I'm talking about Iris. Travis first meets Iris, who in a hurry tries to elude her pimp, called Sport, played, of course, by Harvey Keitel. Iris ultimately fails in trying to elude him. Iris's pimp, Sport, hands Travis some money to forget about what he witnessed. Travis soon starts to realize that he has greater purpose in life. He feels he is destined for something great, but just doesn't know it yet. He starts to train his body through working out, weightlifting, and firearm training. Travis stresses to Iris that she should not be doing this type of job. He asks her why she doesn't leave. He's truly concerned for her. There is a scene in the movie in which, after Travis is done talking to Iris in the somewhat resembling a brothel, he has to pay another pimp or some sort of brothel manager. This other pimp, who looks in his early 50s or 60s, appears from the shadows on the opposite side of the hallway, as if representing demon coming out from the shadows. Perhaps a reflection in the eyes of Travis that he is one of the corrupt and wicked people that perpetuate the city's current rotten state. Travis eventually finds his purpose in the third act. He has witnessed firsthand the degeneracy, filth, and scumbags of New York City that have or show no morals, no principles, no kindness. He decides to take on the persona of a vigilante to make things right in the way he can. He leaves a note and some money for Iris for the single trip back to her parents' house. There is a massive shootout at the end in which he eradicates the degenerate pimp, including Sports, and everyone who posed a threat to Iris. He gets badly hurt in the process. I love the little conversation Travis and Betsy have at the end as he drives her to her apartment. He seems over her, and she seemed regretful of her decision not to answer his calls and completely remove him from her life. The score by Bernard Herrmann almost plays supporting character. It's completely sublime. The ending is sublime and peaceful as Travis takes one last quick glance through his rearview mirror at Betsy before the camera carries the audience away into the colourful night. What do you lots think? Have you seen Taxi Driver? Is it among your top 5? Maybe top 10? I'd like to hear below. What film do you want me to review and give a sort of quick snappy analysis of? Put it down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe people, share it, and I'll see you next time.